Supplements are everywhere and everyone is recommending them, but some have been shown to contain heavy metals, unnecessary fillers, or don't even match the label. So how do you know how to pick a supplement that works and is safe? Let's go through it. I'm Nina, I'm a doctor, a mum of 3, and I just turned 40. I'm determined to make this the best decade yet, and that's where supplements come in. So let's start with the thing that most people get wrong. The first thing to understand is that the supplement industry is completely unregulated. Unlike the pharmaceutical industry, which has to prove that drugs work, that they're safe, put them through various research, various clinical trials, this means that brands and manufacturers don't have to prove that their supplement or their product is safe. They don't have to prove that it works. And sometimes they don't even contain what they say they contain in the levels that they say they contain. Because of this, when other companies independently test the supplements, they often find that the ingredients list on the label doesn't match the ingredients in the supplement. Sometimes there has been dosing, there has been overdosing. Sometimes there's things in there that you didn't intend to take at all. Sometimes they're at levels which is so low that it's not going to have a meaningful impact on your physiology. And this doesn't mean that all supplements are bad. It just means that we have to be a little bit more intentional about how we're taking them, which ones we're choosing, which brands that we trust, and not just go to Holland & Barrett or your local drugstore and find the cheapest thing on the shelf that the latest influencer has recommended to you. So if we can't rely on the label alone, then what do we look for? First off is the ingredients list. This is sometimes where the problems start. Firstly, pay attention to the dose. Is the dose that is stated on the label the correct one that you need? Now, sometimes you might need to do blood tests, like with vitamin D. I think often some people need to take a blood test in order to determine the dose that is correct for them because it's very individualized. Other ones are a little bit more standard. But once you've got the dose, then is the preparation of that mineral or supplement the correct one? Let's take magnesium. This is a very good example. Magnesium oxide is the cheapest version, but it's really poorly absorbed. Magnesium citrate or glycinate are better absorbed, and they're going to have different effects on the body than, for example, magnesium L-threonate. So it really depends what you're taking it for. What is the purpose? Are you taking this because you want more energy? Are you taking it because you want to sleep better? Are you taking it because you have a restricted diet and you think you might be deficient in something? That's going to give you some information on what is important for you. Because what's important for me is not necessarily what's important for you, or it wasn't necessarily what was important for me 10 years ago or in 10 years' time. So you have to think about you at the moment and what do you need? Is what is in this bottle what is right for your body at the moment? Just because something is at a really high dose doesn't necessarily mean it's better. There have been some recent cases in Australia, for example, where the vitamin B6 has had to be taken off the shelves because it was in such high doses in many of the supplements that people were showing up with signs of toxicity. Remember, the important thing here with dose is that the dose makes the poison. You can overdose on anything, water, oxygen. It just depends on how much of it that you have. Just because something is natural or a vitamin or a mineral doesn't mean it's safe in excessive quantities. If the label doesn't state the amount of the ingredient, stop. Do not take it. The other thing with the ingredients list is the combination of ingredients. Sometimes some supplements will contain complementary things like vitamin D with calcium, with magnesium, and other things are not going to go together. If you're taking an iron supplement and it has vitamin C in it, it will help the absorption. If it doesn't matter. You just can take it with something containing vitamin C, like an apple or a small glass of orange juice. And this is sometimes why I prefer to take individual supplements rather than one massive multivitamin, because I think it's better to take things in a targeted way. If you're only going to take one thing, a multivitamin is fine. And there have been research studies that show it helps with memory. It helps with longevity, probably because our food sources are so deficient in most nutrients. And therefore, even if you're having a healthy diet, you might not be getting all of the things that you need from it. But in general, I think it's better to target your supplements. And it will also help you with reading the ingredients list. The other thing to look for on the ingredients list is the other things. So the fillers, because most fillers are unnecessary. They're bulking agents, they're binding agents. Although many of them are technically safe for health, if you're going to be taking something for a long period of time, do you really want to be taking something that is not absolutely necessary, that you might be able to find another supplement brand that doesn't use a filler? And therefore, you're just eliminating any possible consequences from that. Examples of fillers are silicon dioxide, methyl cellulose, magnesium stearate. There's others, you can Google it. But if you don't know what something is, have a think about it. Is it really necessary? Could you try something else which doesn't have that filler in it? And then once you've done your ingredients list check and you're happy with it, think about the brand. Is this a reputable brand? The place that it's manufactured, does it have third-party testing? And this is going to help you to eliminate any potential contaminants or things that aren't in the ingredients list and weren't supposed to be in it that might be affecting your health. The big one here is protein powders. Some protein powders have been found to have levels of heavy metals, and those are things that you really want to avoid. It doesn't mean that every product is unsafe, but it does mean that you need to think about, I think this is where the brand and the manufacturer comes in. The simplest way to find out if something that you're taking may have a contaminant in it is to look at whether it's third-party tested. So some big companies will pay other companies to take samples of each batch that they manufacture, and they check it for the quality, they check it for any contaminants, they make sure that it contains what it says it contains on the label, and then they're transparent about it. So the best companies will publish the results of these on their website, or you'll be able to request it. And those are the ones that I would trust the most. Vague labels like distributed by, or companies being opaque about what's in their products, big no-no. Certifications like NSF, Certified Safe for Sport, make it easier to see which brands are trustworthy. But essentially any manufacturer or brand that is transparent about their manufacturing processes, that uses independent labs to verify the purity and the accuracy of their products, you can rely on them. And last but definitely not least, one of the biggest mistakes people make when they are choosing supplements, when they are designing their own personalized stack, is just to blindly follow someone else, because what someone else takes is not necessarily what you need. I said it before, I'll say it again, I will keep saying it until everyone understands. What I need is not necessarily what you need. What you need now is not what you needed when you were 25, and it's not what you'll need at 75 necessarily. If you're a menstruating woman and you have heavy periods, you might need to take iron. If your sleep is poor and you need something else, you might want to take magnesium at night. If you live in the Northern Hemisphere and you don't often go outside, you need vitamin D. I mean, most people need vitamin D, to be honest, but you might need more vitamin D. If you're vegan, you might need B12. If you're vegetarian or pescatarian, you might need omega-3s. Think about what you need. If you want me to go into this more, I can, just comment below. But be intentional. Don't just follow the trends. Personalize your wellness routine. And I think I said finally, but this is my actual finally. Whatever you take, make it count. Think about the pairings. Do you need to take something else with it? If you're taking iron, vitamin C. If you're taking magnesium or calcium, sometimes those things are better taken together because they work synergistically. Do not take calcium alongside iron. Vitamin D better in the morning, magnesium better at night. These kind of principles will help you make them count. Because supplements, let's face it, they're not cheap. A lot of them are super expensive, particularly if you've gone through the process I just talked about and tried to pick the reputable brand, they are going to be more expensive. So you want to make sure that what you're taking is necessary and that what you're taking is at the right time, at the right dose, and therefore it's going to have the best effect for you. If you like this video, subscribe below and then check out my other one about what you should do before you even think about adding supplements to your routine. And comment below what you'll be changing or what you'll be adding in, or any questions that are coming up for you following this. See you in the next one.